strategic modeling. It's so powerful. I don't know, you can't really say enough. Once you've got that data, you put it into the models, you work with your stakeholders, you start looking at which assets are more or less critical. You're basing your long-term projections on service levels, not just how your assets are depreciating. It's what condition do we want to hold these assets in over those 10 years? What's important to the community? And that's what these figures are based on. And then providing that to your councillors in a way that is clear and they can understand what's going on. So we've managed to unlock that entire renewal, that entire infrastructure gap. So they've funded an additional about $20 million over the 10 years. So, and you know, we're not a rich council. You know, they don't want to create that backlog for future generations. So it's been an extraordinary journey, and through the power of these strategic models.
Here's a question, Michelle. Let's just say I'm a small county. I am really resource strapped. I don't have a lot of funding. And I can see these green boxes on the left-hand side. I assume they are your individual asset management plans, and that's terrific, which over a period of time you've got built for each asset class, which is exactly what Canada is saying the Canadians governments have in Ontario have to do. And this will be in the US at some point. But I'm a small county, I don't have a lot of money. I look at this and I feel, my God, how am I going to get there? Do I wait until I have all the data, or do I start with what I have with some of these classes and then do my best with the ones I've got good information for? How do I proceed?
Yeah, no, absolutely don't. I mean, you know, if it's at all possible to get started on the journey, get started. And as I said, there are people in the organisation who know what their assets, they know what the condition the assets are in, and even starting with a desktop assessment of those conditions can get you off the ground. So what does a skate park cost? You know, we have some data, but it's immature data, but we wanted to put it in and get started because once they can start to see this, people get excited and they get interested and they want to get on board. So I think it starts to generate its own momentum, Ashay.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that the journey was not about being super accurate to start with, but about getting on that train so you could then present the information to seek more funding and spend the current money wisely and improve this over a period of time. That's terrific.